And middle of nowhere church. So, this song is by far my favorite song I've written on this record. It's hard to find the words to even describe what I think about this song. I wrote it with Jeffrey Steele, and I think it was the first time I ever wrote with Jeffrey Steele. Jeffrey, for the last 2 decades at least, maybe even 3 decades, has been one of the top hit writers in Nashville, written just some of the most iconic songs that you've heard from, from Rascal Flatts through George Strait. I mean, dude, the guy is just hits out the ass, he does. So I sit in the room with him, like, wanted to bring my A game, and I had this song that I was sitting on. Being from West Texas, when you're driving through West Texas is flat. There's nothing out there. It's literally just flat. There's some canyons and things like that. But when they say, like, you can watch your dog run off for 2 days, like, they mean that. Like, there's nothing out there. Except when you're driving down these highways, every once in a while, random church out of nowhere. It's just a random old, worn out church that's still standing, may even still be working. I mean, still be even services going on Sunday. But there's almost always a church in the middle of nowhere. My idea was, it's like clarity. When you're driving through, and your wheels are turning, and you feel lost, the clarity of it is, you find the answer and you see it right there, like a middle of nowhere church. It hits you out of nowhere. And Jeffrey bid on that, and he said, hell yeah. Loved it. And we sat there and we wrote it. And it was just almost, it kind of had like the feel of, Run, George Strait's Run. Everything was just real vibey, real minery, just spacey. We sat there, we got the song done, and my manager suggested that if we're trying out producers, why not let Jeffrey Steele do it? Why not let Jeffrey Steele team up with the legendary Paul Franklin, like one of the biggest and most famous steel players out of Nashville ever, like worked with Keith Whitley. Like that's all you had to say. That's all you had to say for me. I'm hooked. I love Paul, I love Jeffrey. So we went in the studio, and Jeffrey and Paul knocked the song just out of the water. We gave them 3 songs as well, and this song was the one that stood out the most. It was like, how do you, like, you don't go back and re-record this song. It's perfect the way it is. Like, you'd be a fool to go back and never try to recut this song. This song is right at the gate. Once they put it to Sonics, it was like, yep, this is it. I've never been in a studio where you watched so much music theory be a part of a session. It was mastership. Like Jeffrey's mindset and what he knows and his wisdom within music, his knowledge, mixed with Paul Franklin's musical knowledge. Sonically and melodically and musically, it's by far my favorite song I've cut. And man, I hope it hits you like a middle of nowhere church.